everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Finola and I'm a makeup artist and content creator. So today we are reviewing the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. Whew, what a mouthful. This foundation is not new, but it has just recently gone viral, so I wanted to test it out. So I'm noticing that a lot of the videos on this foundation are of people with smooth skin already. So I've seen a lot of comments and people saying, well, your skin already looks nice, of course the foundation's gonna look nice on you. Now I have got textured skin, I have got acne scarring, I've got pigmentation, redness. Usually I have quite a few breakouts, but I've been quite lucky today, so I haven't got those. But I wanted to show this foundation on real skin and we can try it together. So I bought this foundation on Look Fantastic. I actually used my discount code. I have got a discount code for Look Fantastic. So if you are looking to buy anything, if you want to buy this foundation, my discount code will take some money off for you. So here it is. So I picked up the shade 3W1 Dusk. Please don't judge me if this is not my shade. I was looking online to try and match up my best shade, and let me tell you something, I was not about to buy 3 of these foundations just to figure out what colour I was. So we're gonna try and make this work. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's in a nice glass bottle, very bougie, of course, it's Laura Mercier. And there's a pump on there already. Try a little bit on my hand first, just to, a bit's come out. Test the colour. Okay, she feels very soft. Ooh, she feels very soft actually. I think that's actually going to be an okay colour too. So I'm just going to prep my skin how I usually would with foundation, and I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Face Base. So I'm not going to use any primers or illuminators or anything like that, because I want to see how the foundation sits by itself. I want to see how it wears, and I don't want any of the products to manipulate the finish of this foundation. Okay, for the first side I'm going to use a brush, just a few pumps on there. Ooh. Okay, so it feels really lightweight. It feels very serum-y, and it does glide over the skin really nicely. I usually wear double wear, so this is a very different consistency to that. Add a little bit more because I do like a bit of full coverage, you know. So on the packet it says, this long wearing foundation blurs the lines between makeup and skin to reveal a healthier looking complexion. I think the colour is not too bad. Once I've got my concealer and everything on, I think this will be fine. It's a very beautiful finish, and it glides on the skin very nicely. It's quite buildable. I'm going to do the other side with a beauty blender. It does really feel weightless, I have to say. If you are someone who doesn't like the feel of makeup on your face, I think you're really gonna like this. If you get breakouts as well, this is not gonna feel really heavy on top. So when I've got breakouts, I hate using anything heavy on my skin, but this doesn't even feel like you're wearing anything. So I think this will be perfect for acne prone skin as well. So this side was with a brush, and I really do like the finish, and I think on camera as well it looks really nice. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup on camera just so we can see how the foundation sits underneath other products. To contour I'm going to use the Fenty Match Stix. Now I like to paint this on, so I'm going to see how the foundation wears underneath with me drawing this on top of it. Okay, just blending that in. So far the foundation isn't moving, which is a good sign, because there is nothing worse when you're contouring and highlighting and the foundation underneath just starts to move and separate. I think other products are blending out really nicely on top of this, which is a really important thing for me because there is nothing more frustrating than when you're trying to contour and then all of a sudden, sometimes you get this weird line where the foundation has moved because it couldn't withstand the cream product on top of it. I've had that happen a couple of times, but this is not happening with this, so it's a good sign. This foundation, it feels quite similar to the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, which is a foundation that I really like for day-to-day use. Longevity for me is key. This may look lovely now, but we're going to do a wear test because if it looks good and then after an hour it doesn't look very good, then what is the point in wearing it? Okay, that is contour blended. Now I'm going to go in with some concealer.
Somebody dial 911.
I'm filming! Concealer, I'm going in with the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Custard. This is what I've been using recently. So I'm just doing my makeup how I usually would. Now let's see how this blends. I always use a beauty blender, well, most of the time for my concealer. So I'm just going to use that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cream blush. Oof, I am running low on this. Okay. Just dotting a little bit either side. Do you know what? I'm loving this already, and if this foundation wears really nicely, this will probably be up there with one of my favourites. It looks really nice on the skin, but doesn't look greasy. It's giving you that like nice glow. Glow from within. That's what we call it, isn't it? Glow from within. I love it. And do you know what? The shade, considering I guessed the shade, well not guessed, but I did a little bit of, you know, bit of research online, and I've done pretty well with getting the shade pretty much down. Okay, now I'm going in with all my powder products. I'm just going to press that underneath the eyes. I'm not going to powder it too much because I do want to see how this product lasts. And for bronzer and blusher, I'm going to use the Hourglass palette, the Jellyfish palette. Oh, I nearly dropped. So I'm going to use the bronzer and I'm going to use this blusher here. And then I'm just finishing off by doing my lips. This is MAC Soar, and this is lipstick by MAC. This is in Peach Blossom. Okay, so I've done my makeup. So far, I really like this foundation. It's more of a medium coverage. It is quite buildable, but I don't think you're gonna quite get full coverage with this foundation because I don't think that's what it's designed for. So you can probably see I have a couple of really small spots down here that with my normal foundation would usually cover. So I feel like if you want more coverage, you'll need to use a concealer on any blemishes or breakouts before using this foundation. I absolutely love the finish. I love how light it feels, but I want to see how it wears. Oh, I nearly forgot to put mascara on my bottom lashes. Thought I looked a bit odd. That's better. So far we've determined that it's very silky. It hasn't exaggerated any of my texture on my skin, which I'm really happy about. It's kind of smoothed over. Obviously I have got texture, I have got acne scarring. There is not a product that is going to take that away. But some products can make textured skin look more textured. It also feels very, very lightweight, and I'm happy with the finish. You don't have to use a lot of foundation if you don't want to. And it works well with other makeup products as well. So far, it's very good. So it's 1:31 p.m. and I'm gonna do a wear test. I'm gonna come back in 2 hours. So at 3:30, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna see how it's looking. Okay, it's been a few hours. It's 3:40 p.m. and to be honest, it looks great so far. I mean, it's only been on for a couple of hours, but my skin, honestly, some foundations on my skin will literally disappear or separate after even an hour. So far, so good. It looks exactly like it did when I first put it on. In fact, it looks a bit nicer now that it's set on my skin a little bit more. But yeah, it hasn't separated, it hasn't moved, it's still covering, it doesn't look oily. So a few hours in, she still looks nice. Okay, so I'm back again and it is 8:44 p.m. So I've had this foundation on for just over 7 hours now. And I have to say, let me just zoom you in. I have to say, it's staying where it should be staying. There's no separation, which is what I usually find with thinner consistency foundations. I don't look oily, I don't look dry. Basically looks the same as when I applied it and set it with powder. I have been outside, I've been out and about, hence the hair. I don't know about anyone else, but my fringe sometimes just does my head in, so I like to sweep her across. But yeah, I'm very impressed with this foundation. Very, very impressed. I would like to test it on stage or in a hotter climate. At the moment, the UK is absolutely freezing. So I'm gonna keep going and give it a couple more hours and then we will come back. Okay, it's time for the last check-in. I'm just putting my hair up. So it's 11:30 p.m. now. So I've had this foundation on for about 10 hours. And I have to say, I'm very, very impressed. So this is after 10 hours wear. Usually when a foundation looks quite serum-y, very lightweight, it doesn't tend to stay on my skin. It tends to make me look oily after a few hours. So there is a small amount of separation, I would say very, very slight around my mouth, but that's where my smile line is. So I would kind of expect that from a lightweight foundation like this. Starting to see a tiny little bit of wear on top of my forehead, but it's only ever so slight. There is a slight little bit of movement, but nothing that would bother me at all after 10 hours. I'd be intrigued to try it with different primers and illuminators and things like that. But just as it is, honestly, I'm very surprised. Honestly, I didn't think that it was gonna last as well as it has. So highly recommend. If you have got any questions, please put them in the comments. I would love to answer them for you. But yeah, 10 hours wear on textured skin, highly recommend. Now I'm going to take my makeup off so I can actually go to bed. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know if anyone else has tried this foundation. I would love to hear your thoughts. And I am very glad that I didn't waste 30 odd pounds on a foundation that doesn't look good. So win-win. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video and comment on this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.